Awesome intro. Da 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 wee. Welcome back to Genshin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Peace, subscribe. Subscribes. Like and follow and comment.
The village keepers you've found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
I follow Sinode's voice actor on TikTok.
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
No, not for you, you traitor.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Yes.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
Correct.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No matter what lies ahead.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Wait a moment.
What's up?
Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
Okay. But your version of reckless and mine is very different, so...
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Oh, I missed you too, Dia.
Very well.
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. The meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
We'll make our next move on that day.
We stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing.
Oh, Candace.
Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care.
Shucks, my goodness.
Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it.
Okay, I'll hate them. My goodness, lighten up.
I hope this is clear to you.
Yes, I get it.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
No.
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Hyman still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
Hyman thought that Irminsol's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second.
Oops.
You've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsol's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge.
We must tell Nahida.
Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
It's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes.
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
It's okay, Paimon.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Okay.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Okay, I'm ready.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Okay.
Now, open your eyes.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
Nope, I'm good.
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects. These capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha.
Right.
You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A puppet.
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders.
Yeah! Nice and spicy! Have a load of this! Fatigue is setting in.
You can't run!
Rest and rebuild!
Oh, shit. Almost.
Provisions are vital.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
What plan is that?
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry. But as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City.
Right.
My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
We can
We
help
got this.
fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless.
Let's do this for our shared dream.
This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need.
They're a
do that.
squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible.
Oh,
And treat it as a top priority desert operation.
he looks so commanding. Wow.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Thanks, I
I
know.
can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared still. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra?
Paimon, just go ahead and yell it for why don't you? Shit.
The guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
This is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert.
Okay.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
Okay.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. In the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it.
The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so?
Sino, you sound just about as interested as I am right now.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand District. My name is Luxembarbo.
Hello, Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
The construct?
Beep! Construct! Beep!
Wait. Oh, her eyes. Oh gosh, I'm lightheaded. Oh, Paimon.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
Oh gosh, it's gonna be in my head for the rest of the night. Oh, I'm crying. You know, I think it's only funny because we're just so tired, but oh my gosh.
It seems to
Okay.
be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
Okay, shh.
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll see you later, sir. Beep beep.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all.
We're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
She's still smiling. It just creeps me out. Like, it doesn't matter how serious the situation is. She's just over there and just happy to be here. Hi. What the? I just got fired. Shit. Ah, damn it.
Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment. You're my assistant, remember?
Yes, I remember.
Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case.
Halt!
Freeze.
Oh,
You're under arrest.
what a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we eremites are not to be messed with.
Y'all got this, right?
Can't see? Rah! Yeah! Rah! One with the forest. Yeah! Rah! Yeah!
You missed.
Yeah! Can't see? Yeah! Sure! Wind Shroud! Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's over.
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
You pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Jeshred will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Did you knock him out?
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebat. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamat.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
Yeah.
I have a very close relationship with Tainari.
Ooh.
Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
We're here!
Hi, Dia.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, he'll definitely get in our way.
Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
It really gives Paimon the creeps.
We'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan.
Okay.
The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard.
Ooh. Yay.
You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
Yeah, you do. Anyone who's got enough mora, you offer your services to.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for
Yeah.
Mora.
Stop it.
That's certainly true. I guess I can apply a discount.
Okay.
How about paying me with a smile? What do you say?
Oh, now she's not smiling.
I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Aww.
Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried.
Aww.
Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm.
She's getting me all flustered.
Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory.
Okay.
Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Party's DI.
Well.
Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hello.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
Yes. And a big favor to ask of you.
What is this important thing you want to ask me?
Oh, have you ever met the Doctor?
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Paradis DI just a little while ago.
Oh, shit.
He came looking for me.
Oh, God.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Uh-huh.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Academia. Okay. I'll answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
How dare. You better not have.
Hypatia?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you've recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Oh, nobody has faith in you, weirdo.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment.
No.
I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery.
No.
Would that be agreeable to you?
No.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation.
That's right.
Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass.
Damn straight. You get him, Tainari.
I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's confident in himself and his abilities to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today, what with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said, you're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness.
You're lacking shrewdness.
And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes.
I don't believe that he is actually leaving Sumeru.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
No, don't take a deep breath. He's not leaving.
We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research. There's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and the tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
Oh, that's not cool.
Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me, if you can keep yourself safe. Please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
Oh.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing.
So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all of this. In which case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? We need to be extra careful when dealing with a person like him. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
Makes sense.
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
Damn.
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
No, he is not leaving. He is completely panicking. Yeah, that's right. He fucking looked.
He saw us.
Ah!
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
What the Fubbernucks?
They were all here just a few minutes ago, but now they vanished.
So this was a trap.
Well, yeah.
Wait, don't tell me that